thought I mentioned in one of the shows. This good friend of mine, John's daughter.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, he rest in peace. His daughter. This was about 3 years ago. I think she was about 11 or so. And, every time I'd walk in the house, and I went over the house one time, and it's the first time meeting his wife and his daughter, but a bad word came out. Shit. Mm-hmm. And she comes running up to me with her hand open, and I was like, "What's going on?" He goes, "Well, we don't swear in the house, so it's $1." I went, "Oh, okay." So I tried to be cool. After a couple of beers, we're about to leave, and I'm not kidding. I was at the front door, and it's like, "All right, good night, dude. Hey, I'll give you a buzz tomorrow. We'll go down and fucking, maybe kick, fucking do something." And she comes running up with her hand, and I look in my wallet. All I got's a $5. Mm-hmm. So what do? Fuck. Here's your $5 bill. And everybody, there was about 8 or 9 people in the living room when I did that, and they just everybody's eyes just kind of went open.
I love it.
That. It's like I'm not breaking a $5.
No,
sorry.
No, you don't got to make change. I'll take up the slack.
But now I'm known as the $5 fuck guy.
Nice.
Yeah, I was at a CD release party with John's band at the time, and somebody came up. She goes, "I know you from somewhere," and I was like, "I'm sorry, I don't." You're the $5 fuck guy. Oh,
nice,
my God,
nice. As long as you can't say that kind of stuff when we're over in the Tenderloin. You can't. Hey, yo, $5 fuck man, over here.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Right.
Here's your $5, man.
I told you not to use that handle, Joe. Damn it, I'm tired of this shit. I just found a parking spot. Fuck.
Hey, that could have, back in the CB radio days, that would have been me.
Oh, CB radio.
Breaker, looking for $5 fuck guy.
Yeah. Come on back. Yeah, come on back and talk to Teddy Bear.
What? Candy cane.
I remember that's old school shit right there.
You pink champagne.
Part of listening to some of these podcasts, I like the Say What podcast guys. What is it, Chris and Tom and Graham? Yeah. I think those guys, they're out in Maine, and they get it, right? I kind of feel like they belong to the 2% club, and that is like 2% of the population. It took the red pill and stayed awake. The other 98% should take the blue pill and go the fuck back in your pod and go back to sleep, right? So the thing is there's too much. We've covered this before. That was then, this is now. But this is kind of related to that, Joe. But it's like people are afraid to say shit or and it's like they're afraid to talk about racial, even on a podcast, dude. It's like, I'm not saying that any particular podcast is afraid of it or isn't. I'm sure there's some pretty raunchy ones out there, right? But to talk about it in an intelligent manner and articulate and to be pragmatic, right, is just hard to find. It's like people are like, what was it? The Amish baby podcast. Amish. They were talking the other day about going into this. One of the guys from that podcast was talking about going into a mini mart and how he was just so pissed about, the $3 minimum, right? And so he was like, fuck, I just came in here the other day and I bought this energy drink and whatever. And, he said something about and again, this isn't a critique, this is just an observation, right? That's what we do in this show. And he said, the guy said, $3 minimum, and he used this funny voice, and he said, I'm being kind, because I don't want it. What he wanted to say was, $3 minimum, don't come back in here, motherfucking round eye, right?
You put too much chili on your corn.
Right, and that's the thing. If the fucking business owner is Indian, and that's how he talks, man. That ain't racist, that's calling it like it is. Yeah. That's just what it is, right? But I think
Bobby Slayton had one of the best lines I've ever heard about the 7-Eleven guy. He came up and bought a pack of cigarettes and a pack of gum, and he says, and I look, and he goes, isn't it funny that your name is cashier, and that's what you do? I almost peed my pants.
Oh, dude, I'd go in there every day just to point at his name tag and laugh. I would.
Yeah.
It just kills me because...
Well, no, because it would apply to anybody who worked behind the counter.
Yeah, he probably just changed the name tag.
That it's his name.
Yeah, your shift here, take it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, cashier.
Yeah, no.
I
told you. I told you. That's what I get at my neighborhood mini mart every day. It's like a whole family, and all they'd say something in Farsi and then or Arabic. Well, it's Farsi, it's not. And they say something, and then all I get, you look over, and it's like they're arguing in front of you, and he's like, I told you. It's like all the time. I don't know. Probably fucking, dialed right into Al Qaeda on fucking Skype or something.
Blue cherry squishy and a lottery ticket. Very good choice.
Squishies right over the end. Very slightly expired meat to the left.
Dude! There's a 7-Eleven next to the car wash I go to in Daly City.
Yeah.
And there's these rolling hot dogs. I've been there.
I've
been there since the Reagan administration. Man, it's just I've never have I seen anybody go, hey, can I get a couple of those? I've never.
Yeah, that's pretty dangerous. Yeah. There's I don't think even the health inspector would be like, those are merely cardboard for entertainment purposes.
Now I'll tell you, the other side of the coin, the East Coast got the Wawas.
Yeah.
They got these. It's like a fucking Neiman Marcus 7-Eleven, dude, because they got upscale. They've got like smoothies. They've got
where's
full blown in Philly.
Oh yeah.
But they're like everywhere. They're like 7-Elevens. I mean, they got 7-Elevens up here too. But these places have and I'm not plugging them, but it's like,
what's the name of them? What are they called?
Wawas. WAWA. And they've got a deli in the back. They made to order food. Mm-hmm. Okay, they got this little screen. You don't even have to talk to them. You just go up to the screen. You go Let me get a barbecued. What kind of bread? What do you want on it? Wow. Do you want a drink? You click that, and a receipt pops out. You go to the front, pay the receipt. You come back. Your sandwich is ready, handmade.
So when you do the machine, it's all automated. It's like touchscreen.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a person behind the counter reads it.
But does the machine? Does the machine spit out your receipt and go, "Thank you for shopping at Wawa"?
Yeah, really. It's like I feel robbed.
Yeah, it's like, damn, they're even in the computers. What? Dialed into the call center in Bhopal.
I feel like hitting the "Are you having trouble?" button. I'll get dialed right into the Dell Help Center.
That's right.
Is there a problem with your sandwich?
Wawa. Are you calling about a sandwich, a popsicle, or your operating system? Which one?
For fountain drinks, press 1.
Not fountain drink. Let's see. This is kind of like a falafel.
For cherry squishies, press 2.
Yeah. Well, that sounds really nice, but you ain't building no shit like that out here in Oakland, are you?
No. Wow.
Well, when keeping it real goes horribly wrong. That's right. Build that shit out here. That touch screen, right, would be having the Arsenio Hall show on tonight at 10:30 at night, mounted to a freaking garbage can in the back of Ray Ray's yard.
That's just racist.
Is it? Now that one is racist. I'm sorry. That's wrong. I lived in Oakland for a little bit.
No, the fact that Arsenio Hall came back,
that is racist. I agree.
He had his time.
He did.
But,
his biggest claim to fame was he was Eddie Murphy's friend.
That's it. Coming to America. That's it.
That's all he did.
Thank you.
Right. His sexuality has always been questionable.
Oh, this.
Just bagging on people. Don't even know I'm just talking shit. Love it. Freedom of America.
Let's just, as we talk about people, just go fag.
Yeah.
Lesbo,
if we were in Saudi Arabia, the fucking secret police would have been here. They would have been like, so people are going to listen and they're going to go, man, you hear about that shit? Fucking Arsenio Hall sucking dick. I didn't even know that shit. I done heard that shit on a podcast. Must be
man,
on the internet.
Motherfucker gave me a ride, and I said, "Thank you, my ass." You better be pulling down them panties.
Oh, the thing is, I think that there is Joe and I. To me, true comedy, and I know Joe agrees with this to a degree. I probably go a little overboard. The true comedy, there's no limits, man.
There is no limits.
We make fun of our own races.
Yep.
As soon as we figure out Joe's, we're going to start bagging on that.
Yep.
That's
it. I once realized when my mom said, if I ever see a person fall, I will not stop laughing.
No,
I said, that's honest humor.
Right. Absolutely. And it should cross. Here's the thing. If somebody has to do humor, and I've seen some podcasts on the iTunes store where it's like, it's clean humor. There's no such thing, man. I don't think there's any such thing. I don't think it's not that you have to say fuck or shit. I don't feel like we have to get a laugh, but you know what? No. If it comes out, it comes out. We're adults. We pay taxes mostly. And you know what? It's the way it is, man.
Yep. I mean, I told you about my incident with the. I was at a party and I was, just doing my usual rant, having a couple drinks, and I got to my, Joe Retardo voice. Right. And somebody went, "Don't do that voice."
Ooh.
And I was like, "Well, why not? I get my helmet." And sure enough, this young lady comes in a wheelchair doing the "Hi everyone," and it's like I didn't skip a beat. I go "Hi," and they were just like, and I actually went up there and said hi, and I was very friendly, and you know what, dude, I didn't apologize for shit, man. It's like I'm sorry, because you can't be doing that. It's like, why? If imitation is the highest form of flattery, then how come there's a line drawn here?
Yeah, no, it's true.
I mean, I'm not doing it to be mean. I'm doing it as kind of an icebreaker.
Right. No, it's true.
But, I mean, granted, there are some certain. I know you'll go there, like the pedophile and things like that. Oh,
absolutely, I will go there.
So I don't know.
I will go there because you know what? That's to me. I was raised on George Carlin and
so was I.
All that, and to me there was no filters. You knew when you walked into the room, or when you put on the album, or he was on a pay show, or you went to go see him at your local Coliseum, or whatever happened. What you were getting?
Fuck them! Let them get their own Doritos.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Hey, have you noticed that this whole thing? It's funny that we call it that. It sounds clinical and dirty. Pedophilia. Doesn't that sound gross?
It sounds like a foot doctor. Fear of foot doctor.
Right. No, absolutely. I don't understand. What I don't understand is why all of a sudden, it's just getting out of control. Right. It's weird. It's weird. And this whole teacher thing, the whole thing with teachers going on, where it's like, do they not have enough time to go to Match.com or something? I'm just saying. And something else. When I was a guy, that's great. That's just lovely. Yeah. Have fun with that, listeners.
Yeah.
When I was a guy.
Arsenio's listening right now.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you talk about me?
I knew. He one of them changelings, changing transformer motherfucker. So I
took your dick behind your ass until you got enough money? When fucking Al Pacino robbing bank for your boyfriend, motherfucker.
Confused ass boyfriend, girlfriend, ride the city bus ass. Motherfucker can't afford the bus. So when
have an aneurysm because you don't know whether to go into the men's room or the women's room.
So what we're doing is for those younger listeners, that's called training. When you put a bunch of shit all together, you put all your different sayings. Training, because it's like train cars. You're putting it all together. What was I even saying when I?
When you were a man. Back in the day.
Back in the day when I had a scrotum, I remember.
Then I got married.
Boy, it's nice being scrotumless. I'll tell you what.
Was it Sam Kinison? Yeah, once I got married, the dick went in the purse.
I went in the jewelry box, right?
Yep. Yeah. No, in the purse. Because jewelry box, I had to keep it.
I will rice that bitch.
Oh, is that the new thing?
I read that
motherfucker.
Somewhere.
I will Ray Rice your ass.
Right, and it always takes
It almost sounds retarded. Just say Ray Rice.
Right, it was
Ray
OJ. Remember, it was OJ.
Ray Rice.
I will OJ that bitch.
Yeah,
it was.
Well, then there was. I will Scott Peterson your ass.
Yeah, well, yeah, and they ain't found her, so they don't even know what he did to her. Yeah. But he was a fertilizer salesman.
I thought they did find her.
He was they didn't know. He was a fertilizer
Scott Peterson.
salesman.
I thought they found her body and the fetus in the Berkeley Marina.
No, they found him over there masturbating or something. I don't know.
Wow.
That guy was. Did they find him?
Who?
His wife and.
I thought they did. Dude. Look it up.
Maybe they did. Yeah. Maybe they did. Let me. I was going to say something just now, and I forgot totally. It was relevant too.
Anyway, okay. So, you were saying when you were a man.
Yeah, they did find her, and her head was missing. Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
That's what they said.
She must have had dandruff.
Oh, her head and parts of her limbs were missing, and plastic tape.
No,
yes,
God damn it.
Yes.
No, you know how they knew she had dandruff?
Huh?
Found her head and shoulders on the beach.
Oh.
Buzzing. That's not right.
Yeah, no, that's not. No, that's.
Apologies to Lacey's family. She did not have dandruff.
They're not listening to the podcast.
You never know, dude.
According to the autopsy... Oh, wow.
You okay?
No, I don't want to read that. Yeah. Anyway, her head was missing and part of it. She was badly decomposed. Yeah. So they did find her.
So
this was in 03.
Done it, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, has it been that long? Holy shit.
Yeah, well...